Welcome to episode 5 of a Pro Wrestling Guide for Newbies. This episode is about injury. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, for people who know pro wrestling, you know that this is not a safe sport. We know this. We've seen it. But for newcomer fans or people who are considering it, they don't know that. So this video is about basic injuries that can happen in pro wrestling and why it happens. Okay. For anyone who's watching this who is just a newcomer fan or is considering becoming a fan, yes, pro wrestling is fake to an extent. And I want to make this clear, an extent. Not 100% of pro wrestling is fake. Yes, as I've said in my previous videos, any wrestling match is usually predetermined. So one person is determined ahead of time to be a winner. There are some cases where they do allow it to be totally spontaneous and anyone could win. But in general, this is still a predetermined sport with a possible dramatization. Basically a story attached to it to give you an interest. But in this type of sport, and it is a sport, people can get injured, badly injured, and even die. There have been instances where people have been very badly injured, and there has been a total proof that a person has died because of this sport. Actually, multiple. I take that back. More than one. Well, let's talk about the type of injuries you can get. In pro wrestling, it is easy to break fingers, break ankles, break legs, and the most severe injury, which does tend to happen a lot in pro wrestling, break or badly damage your neck. In pro wrestling, because of the extreme movements they do, it is very easy for a person to damage their neck or break it. And it's also possible to get concussions. People can easily get concussions in this type of sport. It's not much different than playing football, where people basically with helmets crash into each other and have been known to get accumulative concussions. Wrestling's not much different. You can break your back doing wrestling. You can break your neck doing wrestling. There is a person named, how can I describe this? In pro wrestling, he no longer wrestles anymore. His name is, at the time, Sid Vicious. He was also known as Sid Justice in different promotions. Vicious and Justice. At one time, he tried to do a move to be able to put someone on the ground. But he did the move improperly and literally broke his leg halfway up to near his knee. That was a very bad break for him. But he did survive and he was alright. There was another incident about 3 or 4 years ago where it was in Mexico. And there was a wrestler who basically was wrestling and he literally got hit in the face. Didn't mean to harm him. The person who wrestled him didn't mean to hurt him or kill him. But in wrestling you can be harmed. He got kicked literally in the face and died in the ring, hanging over the ropes, the bottom ropes. He literally was dead in the ring. No one knew for several minutes because they thought he was just basically playing along, as I've said before, to make things interesting. You gotta act a certain way in the ring. But no, I don't think I said that. I'm sorry. Basically, you do what you need to do in the ring as a wrestler to make it look good. But this man died in the ring. It was several hours later they realized he was dead. Fully dead. There was another man who was doing a stunt 80 feet off the ground and was tied to a tether. And something went wrong with that tether and it released. And the man fell 80 feet to his death into the ring. This is not a safe sport, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone who becomes a pro wrestler is literally taking a risk with their life. But that's not much different than football at all. In football, it's easy to hurt yourself. In MMA, if someone holds you wrong, you could snap their neck and kill them accidentally. It can't happen. It is not a safe sport. And if anyone thinks that pro wrestling, no one gets hurt, yeah, it's super fake and no one gets hurt, it's a lie. People can get badly injured. And people have been known to die from it. It's a sad thing when it happens. And the most important thing to understand is that even though this is dangerous, it is still entertaining. As much as I know people would say, then why am I going to watch this? If people could die in the ring and break their bones and everything, why do we watch it? Well, why do you watch MMA? Why do you watch UFC? Why do you watch football? Because it's exciting. It's different. It's high impact. It's something that gets your heart going, that makes you excited. It's something that gives you joy, that you see someone doing something that is different. That's what pro wrestling is. But this is just my interpretation, my point of view. You guys tell me below, and I still encourage anyone to leave their comments below and say what they believe about pro wrestling, particularly about injuries. Saying, hey, these people do get hurt. I got proof of it. Here's the information. Here's the link. Here's this. Leave it so people could see the truth. Have a good day. Have a good night. I don't know when my next video will come out. I'm kind of doing these in bunches. So episode 6, I don't know what it's going to be next. I will get it out as soon as possible. Peace.